Yo, what's up, gamers? I wanted to release a video alongside the first episode of Master Saga Ripoff. And I don't know that I don't think I mentioned anything in the intro to that video, but I wanted to post this alongside that video. Just kind of going over like some of the general rules for the series. It's kept pretty loose, I think, in the actual like intro to the video, so I just want to go through and lay out like how bands are going to work, how crafts are going to work, anything that we do have like legacy band packs, which is going to be a big portion of this video. So instead of having like all that up front and having a super bloated like intro to the video, I wanted to put it in its own separate box. It's going to be right here. If you want to watch all that stuff, this is the video for you. It'll be, if you want to know all the rules and stuff, here's the place. Otherwise, skip it, watch the show itself. It'll be fun. It's a good time. Enjoy that series. I had a blast making it. Anyway, let's get into the general rules of the series. So there's no starter deck cards allowed. When you start up a new Master Duel account, it gives you the option of like 3 different starter decks. We're not using any of those cards. I think in the first like 2 or 3 seasons of Master Saga, DZ from them did use well, I think it was just DZ from Far for the first 3 seasons. But they did use the starter deck cards. And as a fan of that series, while it is good to have like fully playable decks with like staple cards in them, I think that it is kind of like less interesting to just start off with like MST or Jelly Cannon or like playable back row, right? And also like, you know, potentially just like an extra deck and whatever, like generic pieces. I think that's less fun. I think it's more fun to start fully from scratch and have to try and like piecemeal, like find the staples ourselves. I think that's more fun. So we're not using starter deck cards at all. Second up, the like bundles that you can buy, the Master Pack bundles in the shop. As a new player, I think there's like maybe 10 of them or something like that, where you get 10 Master Packs, but then you also get like a guaranteed ultra rare, like, you know, Solemn Judgment or Ash Blossom Joyous Spring, whatever, right? Whichever one you pick. I think in some seasons of Master Saga, they have, you know, whatever card you get with the bundle. Like if you get Lightning Storm, you can throw that in your deck, right? We're not doing that. I feel like, again, it's a similar type of thing where it's like, I don't want us both to have Solemn week 1 and then be able to like get like Imperm or Lightning Storm or Ash or whatever. That is not fun to me. That's just like an unnecessary amount of staple cards that are filling up slots that could be used for fun, limited pulls. So we're not going to be doing those. We have no preemptively banned cards. There are some cards that we will just gentlemen's out of between us, things that are just kind of unfun to play. Like, if I pull Appaloosa, I'm just not going to play it, man. Like, I know it's great. I know it would win games, but that is, one, not fun content for me to watch, I don't think. And it's also not fun for me to do it. So there's some cards like that we would just gentlemen's out of if we pull them. Like, we'd probably just message each other and be like, dude, I'm just not going to play that. Are we cool, like, not playing that? Type thing. Or, like, I wouldn't expect him to do anything just because I'm not going to do it, right? But by that token, there's no preemptively banned cards. But there are a number of preemptively banned packs. And you'll see behind me here is a website with all of the master packs on it. We'll go through those here in a minute and go through which packs we will not be opening and why. I think that you will agree by the end of it that it's probably all for the best. Solo mode rewards are not usable, but you can grind for gems in the solo mode. So, you know, solo mode, you can get full decks, you can get, you know, random cards or whatever from completing different, like, solo mode, what do you call them, like, rooms or missions or whatever the fuck, I don't know, gates. You get the gems for sure. You know, we're trying to go free to play as much as possible. You know, we are but 2 working men here. But the cards that you get in there obviously are not usable. As far as how the pack distribution goes, so first episode's 20 master packs, 10 secret packs. Every episode past that is 10 master packs and then 10 secret packs of one of the secret packs that we open, right? But you can split those 10 packs up. So if you want to go 5 and 5, you know, dip your toes into one place for a craft and go the rest in on a different pack or something, A-okay, totally allowed. Do as you like, right? So you are allowed to split the packs, but if you go into a pack, even like split, you know, you go 1 pack in there, it still counts as going into it. You can only go into each secret pack 2 times. So you get to double dip in a secret pack, and after that, never again. So if you do choose to split and take like a small amount of packs from a set, that's still counting as one of your 2 times. So be careful with splitting should you choose to do so. And that is all the basic rules here. There might be something that I'm forgetting about. Oh yeah, crafts. So crafts, I think in some seasons of Master Saga, like you can use an ultra rare craft for a super rare. You can use a super rare for normals or ultras, right? The way we're going to do crafts is just, if it's an ultra rare craft, it's got to be an ultra rare. If it's a super rare craft, it's got to be a super rare. I think it's more lenient to do it the other way, but then it's like, how do you translate an ultra rare craft into like normals? Like, how many normals is that? And it like for instance, like if you spin super rare on the wheel, then you can just use that craft for like 3 ends instead, like, and not have spun that on the wheel. It just doesn't, like, I don't know. For my autistic brain, it doesn't make sense. We're not going to do it. If you get a super rare craft, it's a super rare craft, etc., etc. And yeah, that's all the general rules for the series, I think. If there's anything that I have glaringly left out, maybe I'll pin it in a comment or something. So maybe check that to see if I did forget anything. But with no further ado, let's look through the secret packs here, and I will show you which ones we will not be opening on Season 1 of the Master Saga Ripoff series, and why. So let's just go through. The first one that we hit that we are not opening is Those Who Stand Against Kings. This one, we're not going to open it. It's just like... So it's Zodiac, Crystron, and Metal Foes. It's just kind of like an annoying pack, I guess. Like, I don't know. Johnny hates Zodiac. I don't particularly mind Zodiac, but Johnny hates it. But I think that the Crystron stuff is like really pretty dang good, honestly, and the Metal Foes stuff is also just quite playable and good. It's just kind of like an annoying play pattern, I guess, would be the biggest reason that that this one is on the list. It is in large part also because Johnny does not like Zodiac. But that is the first pack. This is maybe of the bunch, maybe the one that I would say could come off, maybe the easiest. But it is still on the list for Season 1. Maybe we'll reevaluate in the future, who knows. But yes, this pack, Those Who Stand Against Kings, is not allowed. Oh man, we're gonna have to go all the way back. We're just gonna open a new tab. As far as the second pack, this is one that we both instantly agreed upon as soon as we came to it. The Trap in the Wicked Castle. I love Labyrinth. I like activating trap cards. I like having interactions and interrupts. I think this pack is really good and fun, and I do like playing it. And they added a new card. Lady Loud, Alt Art, gotcha. But this pack, it's seen a lot of play in like the DZ Master Saga series, which is like a factor. It's not the biggest one, but I think that it's just so good and limited is the thing. Like the Fiend slot pile that you can get here, even at low rarity, like these cards are really good, right? Like Fiendish Rhino Warrior, Sangan, Doom Cal Knight, Diabound Colonel, these are all great cards. Toddler, super great. Soul Scissors is crazy. You get the furniture here at N. This pack is just so loaded, and in a limited format, when one person has all these, interactions and interrupts at low rarity, it just feels super, super bad. Especially if you are getting some of the high rarity stuff, like you're getting one of the big ladies or, the maids or whatever. You get Welcome Labyrinth or Big Welcome. I just don't think it's super fun to watch in that way. So that one is the next up on the list. After that, we are going to... Let's see here. The vast majority of packs, totally fine. The next one... Oh, shit. Fuck, I didn't want to... Damn it. Okay, well, whatever. We're going to have to go back to the top and scroll. That's so annoying, actually. Cosmic Mechanical Entities. This one is on there just for, like, generic, like, homogeny type thing, right? Like, all the Nightmares being in here, Crawlers being in here, Mech Knights being in here. This is just such an easy pack to go into. Like, look at all these Mech Knights at N, right? Look at all these Crawlers at N. Like, it's so easy to just go in this pack and just get, like, a bunch of generic playables. Like, the extra deck is pretty much entirely what is at the higher rarities. like one nightmare thing here, which is banned anyway, and then the 2 good mech knights are up here, right? But everything else is all just extra deck. But pulling like Serb, pulling Phoenix, pulling Unicorn, pulling like these cards are all crazy, and it's just like kind of a boring pack to go into. We've seen all these cards before. Let's just get it out of here and do something fresh and new. So Cosmic Mechanical Entities is next up on the list. I can't believe I have to scroll all the way back down. All right, bear with me, folks. I'm but a man. Next up is Moonlit Avian Dance. This pack is really, really good. You know, the Fluffles, or not the Fluffles, sorry, the Lunalight stuff, the new Lunalight stuff is in here, and these cards are just so powerful, and this is another one that is not going to be seeing play in Season 1 of Saga Ripoff. Again, for like a viewer experience, like play pattern type thing. The Lunalight deck just goes through these long, convoluted combos, and yes, it has a lot of staying power, and yes, it has like a lot that it can do now, especially with the new cards, you know, Masquerade, Perfume Dancer, Liger Dancer, Gold Leo, Silver Wolf. Like, it's a deck that takes like very long turns and does accomplish a lot and does go like very value positive, but like, it's just, I just don't want to watch it. That's the thing. Whether it's me or someone else, and I just don't think it's super fun to watch. Like, we have seen what this deck does. We know how it plays. Like, specifically for the Lunalight stuff, it's gonna be hit. I think if the new stuff wasn't on here, it would probably be fine. But with the new stuff in here, like, it's just annoying. It's just annoying. So we're not doing that. Next up on the list. And a lot of, like, pretty much, I think it's probably like 95% of the packs that are on this list, we both immediately, like, we're like, all right, and this one, and we're like, no, like, simultaneously. We both agreed on all these. There wasn't a lot of discussion on the majority of these packs. We both instantly were just like, yeah, we are totally fine, like, not having that in the format. There's a couple that, like, I think there's one that Johnny really pushed for, and then there's one that I, like, pushed to not have banned. The one that I pushed to not have banned is the Paleo Fossil pack, just because I think that's what the pack is anyway. Pretty sure it's Paleo Fossil. Question mark. Maybe I'm wrong. But I just think that pack's super fun. Blazing Fortitude is the next one on the list here. It's Salamangreat. I mean, again, it's like a play pattern, like viewer experience thing. It's Salamangreat. I don't know. It's pretty good if you pull crazy for it. I mean, at the low rarities, it's really not that good. Like, you need a lot of payoffs. Like, if you high roll, you're probably gonna have a pretty good time. But it's just like a deck that I just never have fun watching play. And we both were like, we don't need to do this. So that is not going to be in Season 1. It will not be missed. Next up on the list, and there's a lot of secret packs. There's like a lot of secret packs. We didn't really hit that many. I think it's like 20 exactly that actually ended up getting cut here. Yeah, next up is the Kashtira pack. I like Kashtira. These cards are good. The Gate Guardian stuff is really cool. I do love Gate Guardian. I mean, this is a pack that both of us were like, would love to go into it. Absolutely would if it was ever on the option, like ever an option to spin, because like Fenrir, Unicorn, you know, all the Gate Guardian stuff's really fun and cool. Arise Heart's crazy. Shrangiro's crazy. I mean, the pack's nutty at high rarity. It also randomly has like just like some good rank 7s in here. And then like Wall Shadow is really strong. Exceeds Block strong. Jiragumo, like, there's good stuff at low rarity and high rarity, and the Kashtira stuff is just so generic and also just kind of like annoying. We're like, we both kind of just like didn't want to deal with it, basically. This is a pack where if it was an option and it was legal, yeah, I'm going in there, obviously. It's kind of like the auto pick pack. And so just again, we just took it out just because we didn't feel like it was super fun to have it in the format. This is one that's like, it's more fun if we like don't do the obvious thing. So that is gone. Next up is Adventure of Mystical Etchings. I do like Runic quite a bit. I do like Generator well enough. This is a pack that we neither wanted to play or play against. I like Runic. I have done the thing. It is a good time, Charlie, to be had by the one person who's doing the Runic thing when it works. I just don't want to have to do that to my friend. And he felt the same way. So we're not opening the Generator Runic pack. I just don't feel like it's super fun to watch. And it's not fun for me to play in this situation. It's not fun to play against, probably, right? So I am okay with Runic going. That one will not be seeing play here in Season 1 of the Saga Ripoff. Next up, we have... Where is it? Love Beat Troopers. Sprite so cool. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, next up is Fiendsmith. I mean, I want to fucking kill myself whenever I see somebody playing this shit. It's just so hyper boring to me, dude. Like, I don't know. I personally just hate it. I think it is just... It's so obnoxious. It's a great engine. It's a great archetype, for sure, yeah. We're just not going to do it in this series, man. We're just not going to do it. I think it's super annoying. I think this pack's really strong. And it's just not going to see play. I do not want to watch Engraver, Requiem combo, Lacrima bullshit. You have all the value in the world. I don't want to do it. No thank you. No to Fiendsmith. It's boring. I snooze. Goodbye. Next up is... Dragon Kings from the Abyss. This is another one, just like an obvious auto-pick pack, basically, where it's just kind of boring because Bestial 5-head, right? I like the hieratic stuff quite a bit. I think hieratics are in, like, I don't know, like 3 different packs or something like that? Question mark? Maybe I'm wrong? I don't know. But I think they're in different packs. I think there's like a hieratic Ogdoadic pack, or... Am I imagining that? Maybe I'm imagining that. That might not be right. I don't remember. I know DZ played that in one series. Maybe I'm just conflating that with there actually being a pack that has those 2 archetypes in it. The hieratic staff is totally fine. It's just the Bestial stuff. Just like having the Bestials in a pack where, like, you know, if you have a craft, you can just go in and just get a Bestial guaranteed and maybe pull more. Seals is kind of annoying. Like... It's just not an archetype that we didn't really feel like Branded Regain, Lubellion, like all that had to be in the show for it to be fun, that it's actually probably more fun without it. The thing about, you know, these packs being banned is it's not like we're banning all the Bestial cards or anything, right? If you pull them in the Master Pack, play them. That's awesome. Totally cool. You know, pulling something out of like a pool of like 12,000 cards that's like, you know, crazy and generic and strong that makes your deck better, that's rad. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Good pack luck. Love that. But going into a pack where you either know you guaranteed are going to get like something that is just so generic and powerful, I just think it's less fun. I don't know. But yeah, the Bestial pack will be banned. Next up is another pretty easy one, for exactly the same reason, basically, just that kaijus are pretty fucking good, actually. Yeah, the Danger Kaiju pack is getting hit here. This is just another pack. Like, you can put all of these cards in any deck, basically. That's not, like, universally true, necessarily, but the kaijus are just great ways to get rid of boss monsters on your opponent's side of the field. All of these guys are going to be infinitely easier to out than whatever you're sacking off for them. The danger stuff can just go into any deck. It is like a way to cycle through your deck with upside. These cards are playable in anything. They're good in anything. This is a pack where if you open it, you're like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. I'll go in there and get some dangers and kaiju. Like... It's just an easy auto-pick pack in a lot of situations. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber is crazy. Like, this deck's really good. And it will not be an available pack for that reason. Love these cards. You know, if I pull them, I'll play them for sure. But I think it's more fun and more special if they're only in the Master Pack. Next up, what do we got? Next up, we have the Millennium Pack. This is just another, like, engine that I fucking snooze, dude. If I see, like, Summon Sen Engine, like, I don't care what else your deck is doing. Find any other engine. Find any other engine. It's so fucking boring to me. So yeah, we're not doing this. It's stupid. I hate it, and no thank you. Unfortunately, you know, the Trap Monster archetype does get collaterally damaged here. Exodia stuff is totally cool as well. So, like, it's unfortunate that these Millennium cards are so fucking lame. Because, like, everything else in this pack is cool, right? Like, all of these Trap Monsters are fucking cool. I like the you know, the Exodia. But yeah, the Millennium stuff all sucks. So, it is very unfortunate that these cards are hit. But that's the cost of doing business, baby. That's the cost of keeping lame, unfun engines out of my format. So that will be gone. Yeah, if you can't tell, I feel certain ways about things. I got my own way of looking at the world. What is the next one on the chopping block? Six Samurai so cool. Adventure so fun. Love my Noble Knights. I like the majority of Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes, but there's some that I just fucking hate. Kawakai Maru exist. Man, okay, it's long. There we go. Next up is Miraculous Advent. I am a ritual enjoyer, but this is just such an unfun pack in my opinion. It's just so not fun. You know, the Megalith stuff is just super obnoxious to me. It's a great deck. I like the deck. I like playing the deck. But I just don't think it's fun in this limited format. The Megalith pack is pretty good, man. Like, at low rarity... Oh, wait, this is a... No, yeah, low rarity here. Maybe the fucking... Do they update this pack? I don't know. Am I crazy? Oh, I think a lot of the cards are in the Master, or in the solo mode. That's right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Bathor, Ophiel, Fool is crazy. You get the Incantation stuff, which is just so generic and bridges into, like, so many different ritual strategies. It does make rituals more viable to have the Incantations exist, but I just think that the way this deck plays is so, like, grindy and repetitive and loopy. You know, you have like Megalith Portal and Fool, and you're just constantly recycling stuff from the grave. Is Emergence in this pack? I don't remember. Yeah, Emergence is in this pack. So, like, it's just such a grindy, like, value engine that, like, is like a death by 1,000 cuts with, like, negates and, like, big defenders, and it's just a pack that I don't think is especially fun. It's good. It's quite good at low rarities. Again, I do like rituals. I do like playing Megaliths. I do like playing, like, you know, fucking Herald or whatever. Like, these are decks I like. But I just don't think it's fun to watch or really to play in this environment. Like, it's not going to feel good. So that one is out of here. Next up, and this is a big sad one for me. I almost used my veto to keep my beautiful, beautiful trap tricks in the game. And of course, when I say beautiful, I'm talking about right here. This fella. And this fella. And this guy. All the beauties falling into these holes. I love the Trap Hole cards. And that is the reason why this pack is hit. I love Trap Tricks so much. This is a deck that I just have always really liked. Trap Hole is just like such a nostalgic card for me. And it was always like, in a playground environment, dude, Trap Hole, it just went so hard. Bottomless went even harder. And so I love that it got like a whole archetype based around it. And also, Sarah's pretty fucking good. Have you ever tried having Sarah? Like, it's a pretty good way to just kind of auto win the game a lot of the time. I love these Trap Trick cards, but it cannot be overstated how incredibly powerful this pack is at low rarity. In a format where you're not starting out with any of the starter deck cards, so you need to find like back row that does anything. Bottomless Trap Hole goes pretty hard. Deep Duel Trap card goes pretty hard. Time Space, Trap Hole Spikes, Treacherous Trap Holes, crazy with Sarah existing. you know, Floodgate, like all of these cards, you know, Traptrix, Trap Hole, Nightmare, Void Trap Hole, all of these are good. Network Trap Hole. All of these are good. They're at N and R, you know, and then it's just fucking like gravy from there, basically. This pack is really, really strong. I love Traptrix, but having the traps, like this many trap holes at low rarity, it's just like, again, an auto pick pack, right? Like if you get this, you're at least going in here once just for the low rarity trap holes. I would go in just for bottomless trap hole and like time space trap hole, but everything else is gravy. This pack's awesome. It's got to hit the ban list just because it's just too ubiquitous and too easily snatched up. I hated to see it go, but Johnny made a good case, and he is correct. So I'm a man who listens to reason. Unfortunately, it's got to go. Goodbye, Mother Nature Snare. You'll be missed. Next up is Overlay of Obsidian Armor. This pack's really good. I mean, I like the shark stuff. I like, you know, doing Xyz shenanigans. It's a good time, Charlie. Both of us felt the same way about these, like, full armor cards, is that I just have never thought that these were cool. Like, they're good. They're very good. And, you know, then they're super powerful. You know, you got a lot of interaction. You have negates. You have, like, the ability to, like, suck up stuff as, like, material or whatever. And it's good. It's cool. You got a lot of interactions and points that you can do things. You know, the Virtue Dragon's in here with Virtue Stream. It's just a really good pack. It's just really, really good. But these cards are great. And I don't know if you were playing Master Duel when all these cards got put in there. It was all that a lot of people were playing for a long time. And I hate it. I think it sucks. And I don't want that shit in my format. I don't know, man. It's good. It's quite good. I just don't really have any interest in doing that. And seeing it and playing against it. And I don't think it's another play pattern thing, right? I think like excessive negates or like abilities to like prevent your opponent from really doing anything. I don't think that's fun to watch, really. Like I don't really love like watching somebody like just slowly not be able to play their deck and then get fucked, I guess. I'm gonna play interaction and stuff, sure, but I don't know. I just don't think combo lines that like guaranteed or, you know, ending on like negates or ways to prevent your opponent from having any meaningful interaction are like super interesting. And maybe I'm rambling and maybe I'm saying fucking nothing. I don't know. But that was kind of like our thought process behind hitting this pack. And so Overlay of Obsidian Armor, no thank you. I think there are like 2 other shark packs. So like these shark cards are still in the game. I think these are cool. I'm not mad at these at all. It's just really just the full armored line, like the new support they added here that is just like a bit obnoxious. But the shark cards are fucking cool. Next up is Prank Panic. This is just another pack where it's just so good at low rarity. You know, the Ojama stuff is very cool and good, and so is the Dust On stuff. Like, already looking at these 2 archetypes, you're like, wow, this pack rocks, because it's so cool. But then you also have the Prank Kids here at N. You got Fansies, Roxy's, Lampsies, Dropsies. These are all normal rarity cards. And then at rare, you got Doodle Doo, you got Bow Wow Bark, you got Weather Washer. You know, these are all just available at very low rarity, which are, I mean, it makes building this deck pretty easy, right? You get Meow Meow Moo here at Super, Break His Place at Super, Rockety Ride, and then like the only ultras you have here are like your big top end, like the Battle Butler and the Roaring Roaster. But like you fully don't need those in Unlimited series. Like getting the rest of these things at low rarity is just so easy to make a deck, basically. I don't know, it just seems too ubiquitous, too easy. I think that it was like a big thing on Master Duel for a while where it's like, new players, if you want something competitively viable at low rarity for like a free-to-play player, go into the Prank Kids pack or whatever type thing, right? I think that was like a widely said thing at one point in time. I don't know if it still is. So for that reason, I'm out. I don't really like Prank Kids. I do think these other archetypes are cool and good and fun and, you know, sorry, it's again collateral damage. Sometimes like really cool cards are put in a pack to kind of like balance out like a less cool thing that's in there. So unfortunately they are kind of catching some flack there. Yeah, Primordial Rising, this is the pack that I fought to keep in. I used my veto here to keep this one alive. Any fossil or paleo fans out there, rejoice. It is still legal. Next up, Roused from Destruction. This is a pack I love, but Johnny, I think, used his one little token to get this one out of here. This is the Fire King and Unchained pack. I think the Unchained cards are very cool and fun, and I love them, and they're quite good. That being said, Soul of Rage and Anguish can both be cards that can kind of lend to a pretty unfun play pattern where, like, at quick effect speed, you can link off and ruin your opponent's ability to play the game to go into, like, big things that pop out your board. And the new Fire King support is in here, which is very, very good. So I get where he's coming from with wanting this pack gone, and I do not agree with it. Oh, sorry. I do not disagree with it. I think he's right. I think he made solid cases. This is another pack where, like, if I can go into this, I will. And part of that is because I love this pack, but also, and I love these archetypes, but also Torrential at rare goes crazy. You know, getting the Aruha and Reikia, Sarama all here at normal rarity alongside, like, Escape and Chamber, as well as Wailing. That's already, like, really good to just, like, build a deck at normal rarity. The Fire King stuff, you do need to get, like, more of a high roll on it, but, like, even if you don't get the top end Link monsters for Unchained, you can still build, like, a pretty damn good deck, like, at low rarity. Ghastly Glitch also in here is pretty dang good. So this is a pack that is banned. I think it's the right call, ultimately. I do like these cards a lot, but that is okay. I will be able to sleep at night not playing them in this series. Next up, this is another one that is banned strictly just for, like, ubiquity and just being, like, an easy pack to go into, like, guaranteed. Let's find it. Soldiers from the Storm. This is just, like, the Cyber slot pack. Like, yeah, it's the Code Talker stuff, but it's just the Cyber slot pack. Again, at low rarity, what do you get? I mean, you get a ton of extra deck names, right? You get the Cyber's Ritual stuff, which is, you know, whatever, fine. But going to R, you get Code Generator, Code Radiator, you get Code Exporter, Clock Wyvern is really good, Optimization, you get Conflict, you get more extra deck guys, Cyber Synchron's pretty nice, Cyber's Witch pretty good, Firewall Exceed Dragon. It's just, like, such an easy pack to go into because it automatically fills your extra deck with stuff that you can do with the monsters that are in this pack. And extending and going into high link combos is really easy when you can link summon using materials from the hand, search out new cards. You know, Kodak goes pretty hard. These cards are just all really good. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, just boring. Like, we both kind of agreed it was just, like, not a pack that would be super satisfying to see somebody win with. Or I wouldn't really feel good playing it, but I would go in here if it was an option because it's just so easy to go in here. This deck's, I mean, I think any Yu-Gi-Oh player can agree that Cyberse is kind of, like, problematic with the way the cards have been designed to just all be extenders, basically. So for that reason, we're out. We got 3 packs left here. Next pack getting hit. We have Supreme Strike. I hate Math Mech. I really do. I think that it is such a unfun archetype. And again, it is a prime example of what I'm talking about with Cyberse monsters and, like, the problem with their design. These cards just extend and extend and extend and then make, like, a towers and then, you know, fuck your opponent with, like, a Trish effect or whatever. It's just, like, it sucks, and they're so generic. You know, you can put addition, you can put subtraction, and any deck basically is just free extenders. Like, Storm Cipher goes pretty hard, like in a limited format, early weeks type thing. Super Factorial, super annoying. Induction's really annoying. It's just a Cyberse pack, and we both hate Math Mech, so for that reason, this one is not going to be seeing play. It will not be missed at all. Next up... Getting scared that it wouldn't load there for a second. Holy. Come on, feet, don't fail me now. God, there's so many T's. Alright, next up, True Draco's Forging. I didn't initially really see this one as being problematic. I think that this is one that Johnny kind of talked me into, and I ended up agreeing with him. I mean, obviously the True Draco stuff's really good, right? I mean, True Draco's quite good. The Amorphages are also in here, which are pretty unfun for what it's worth. I think if you are able to build like a good Amorphage deck, that's annoying. But some of the True Draco stuff that's here at low rarity is quite good. You know, you get Majesty Maiden, you get Ignis Heat, Draeth 3, King's Return, Apocalypse, Heritage, Disciples. Like, these are all rares. Normals, there's no True Draco stuff, but there's a lot of good stuff at rare. And, you know, if you just get like one diagram, like, you're kind of off to the races, right? You don't really need all this stuff. Like, getting Masterpiece is crazy and does go super hard for sure. Getting Dynamite's also really nice. But I think that that's the reason it's banned. It's just True Dracos, basically. And I don't know, this is a deck you always, or a pack you always just automatically go into, but the Amorphage stuff is really unfun if you pull well for it, and the True Draco stuff, again, is kind of just in a similar position. I do like these cards. I have played them. I enjoy them quite a bit, but that is the reason that this one will not be seeing play. And then finally, one more pack left. Let's see if we can get down to it. Wings That Span the Sky. This is another one that Johnny was more interested in getting banned than I am. I like these Seymour cards quite a bit. I actually have played Seymour Again Flu in my head. I've never actually played it now that I'm thinking about it. I had it prepped for Progression Series that I did many moons ago. I never played it. I did a lot of test games. But yeah, I think it's a pretty cool deck. But yeah, the Flu stuff I understand can be pretty unfun. I think that Johnny has played against Fluanderies many more times than I have, and I think that he has some PTSD from that. So he wanted there to be no Fluanderies, and I said, you know what, friend? Anything for you, buddy. So yeah, the Fluanderies Seymour pack is the last one to be banned. That is 20 packs that you will not be seeing in Master Saga Ripoff Series Season 1. And I really don't think that the series will be worse off for any of them being gone. I think that most of you, if not all of you, would agree with that as well. You know, the main criteria that we were looking at in selecting which packs we didn't want to be included in the series was viewer experience, ubiquity, and just like general like annoying play patterns, right? Just like not really being fun for us to play or play against were like the big criteria that we looked at. So, you know, with those in mind, I think we did a pretty good job. There was other stuff that we were considering, right? Like things like Ubel were considerations. What else was like considered? There are some things we talked about that we decided on keeping. Yeah, you know, some of these branded packs like are just kind of like annoying, but like whatever, it's fine. Like you gotta pull so many high rarity cards to make them work. So some of the stuff that is like kind of on the line of things that like bother us, but is like high really enough that like, you know what, if you get it, you get it, that's fine. Orcus is really cool. I think that we like very briefly talked about it. We're like, nah, this is fine. Tier limits we did talk about for a bit and ended up deciding it was fine. The artifact stuff we were very much considering until we realized that Scythe is not in the game, so we're like, yep, okay. Snake Eyes we talked about a bit. Like there's a good number of these packs that we really considered. You know, we talked about the Invocation pack, you know, Summon Alistair, 5-head. There was a lot that we considered, but the ones that we landed on I think are totally fine to have gone, and I think that you will find that it's a pretty fun season. So with that being said, that is the end of my big long spiel about the rules here for Season 1 of Master Saga Ripoff Series. If you haven't watched the first episode yet, check it out, man. I think it's a pretty good time, and I think it's a pretty fun season. So if you listened to all of this and stayed till the end, thanks so much for listening. I hope that you found it informative, and it will encourage your, or not encourage, it will increase your enjoyment of the show going forward. I'm the kind of guy, anyway, that I like to know what all the rules are for a game before I, you know, either play it or watch it, right? So that's all that right here. So if you stayed all the way to the end, thanks so much. Like, comment, subscribe if you should be so inclined. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.